Myth or truth about Mexico? You can't own property if you're an American. Is it true or not? Well, it's kind of true and kind of not true. Because while you can't directly own property as an American citizen, you have to be a Mexican citizen to do that. You can own a bank trust, and the bank trust then holds the property. So you have all the rights of a property owner. You maintain control of the property forever. There's no expiration date. You can sell it. You can hand it down to your heirs. And even if you don't pay the annual maintenance charge to the bank on the trust, which is a few $100s a year, you never lose control of the property. It's always yours. So it's a bit of a myth and it's a bit of truth that you can't own property in Mexico. Myth or truth? It's very dangerous in Mexico. There are areas of Mexico that are very dangerous, and there are areas of large cities in Mexico, just like in the US, that are very dangerous. But if you're not going to join a cartel or go into competition with a cartel, then you are fairly safe. There is petty crime that comes from poverty. There is crime that comes from drug addiction, and these are true in the United States as well. But in Mexico, if you keep your wits about you and you don't get involved in the drug business, it is fairly safe in most areas. Myth or truth? It's cheap to live in Mexico. That is very much the truth. The cost of living is a lot lower here. The cost of real estate is lower. The cost of labor to help build or maintain your property is lower. The cost of food is lower. Some things are the same, like gasoline is pretty much the same price as it is in the US typically. And also, durable goods are pretty much the same price or more expensive, often for lower quality here in Mexico. But overall, you can live here much cheaper. There are many people living down here in Mexico just on a low monthly Social Security payment, and they're able to make ends meet. Although not living lavishly, they certainly can live down here, and that's tough to do in the US, living just on Social Security. Myth or truth? Don't drink the water. Well, all I can tell you is we don't drink the water. We do bathe in the water. We don't brush our teeth in the water. We buy local bottled water in large jugs that comes out of water purification stores. We also buy commercial bottled water for drinking. So some people do drink the water, but whether the water is safe or not, I would recommend not drinking the water. I'm not so sure I drink the tap water in many parts of the US either. Myth or truth? Driving across the border to Mexico and to the United States takes hours. Well, there is some truth to the fact that driving north from Mexico into the US can take hours. There are a number of different types of lanes depending on what kind of passport you have and whether you have a Sentry or Global Entry card. If you have a Sentry or Global Entry, the wait can be 20 minutes. If you have a regular passport or a passport without a chip, the wait could be up to several hours going north into the United States. Coming south into Mexico, there's rarely a wait except during rush hour, and then there may be a backup. But there's essentially no immigration control driving into Mexico when you come by car, and they will occasionally stop you to look to see what you're bringing in by car, but in general, they just wave you through. Myth or truth? Food is fabulous in Mexico. Well, as you can imagine, the food varies just like everywhere between fabulous and not so good. There's also some places where the conditions, hygiene-wise, where food is prepared are a little questionable. There's sometimes not even running hot water in restaurants, but there are some fabulous restaurants as well. So you have to be careful. You have to look around and make sure that the place you're going is okay, and you can get some great food here in Mexico.